We've had a great discussion, lots of ideas. My contribution concerned getting more accessibility for kids to good food in a relaxed and stimulating environment. It was about, the second thing was about basic foods and how basic staples can be more interesting to children, and how supermarkets and restaurants and at home we can incorporate them so children know where more food comes from, and can see its journey. And the third thing was really about British culture and how we can change our culture. We need to change our culture so that perhaps we're more like the French and have less TV meals as families, more like the Italians, we cook more from scratch, or even more like the Americans where a doggy bag in a restaurant is not an embarrassing thing to ask for. It reduces portion control, it helps with the environment, and it helps the kids see more of the food and perhaps can do things with that food when they get home. So they're the things that I contributed. The things that I heard were ideas about how food needs to be right at the centre of integrated communication in schools and part of the education system, and how we can use food as a real tool in many different subjects, whether it's adding up, whether it's reading recipes, whether it's budgeting, all of those sort of things for children. We talked a lot about how there's an increasing divide in the country between the haves and the have-nots in awareness of good food and accessibility to good food, and we shouldn't kid ourselves that that is actually getting wider, and what can we do about that. And we talked a lot about the children learning less about these days about where food comes from and what can be done about that.